Okay, time for second part of the video. We only have a few more quotes left that I want to go over for today. And your homework for next time is to read the entire rest of the book. It's book 2. And like I said, it's not a happy ending, which you guys might be thankful for. Like, yeah, like Land of Zombies, or, let's Lily get exactly what we think is coming to her. I'm not sure what you guys think of her at this point. But still, let's continue on. So from a feminist standpoint, let's talk about Lily in chapter 2, paragraph 8. So she had an art of giving self-confidence to the embarrassed. So she had this way with men. She was almost like looked as, oh, hey, we can bring Lily along so she can entertain my husband while I go do whatever I want to do. And I don't know if it's necessarily a manipulation, but partly, yeah, it was a manipulation. But she can't do it with women, and that's where she falters in this book, is that women, she's not willing to let go of her character. She's not willing to let go of who she truly is, as remember her name, pure and innocent, to become part of the world. It doesn't matter how much she wants money or wealth or independence. I think maybe she finds independence in a way when she decides not to give in to what society wanted her to give into, of having money and becoming part of that circle. So she does find independence in a way, just not in the way that she wants, but isn't that all part of God's plan for our life? We see it as one thing and God sees it as another. And even though we achieve it, the path to get there, or what it looks like, is not necessarily what it actually is. Okay, let's do one more for feminism. Chapter 4, paragraph 42. There's a couple here I could have chose from. Okay, it says, "Oh, I am. It's much safer to be fond of dangerous people." So what does this mean? How is it safer to like or to want to be in the circle with dangerous people? Lily believes this because they're people who have money and they're doing all these crazy things, and so she wants to be part of that. So we see her in chapter 4 that Edith Wharton is telling us that Lily is not wise when it comes to choosing friends. She thinks all these people are friends, and they're really not, because when friends do the things that they're about to do to each other, no, they wouldn't. Okay, got another one for society and class. So chapter 5, paragraph 10, and Lily says, I was able to observe Dorset's rapid comparison between Lawrence Selden and Mr. Gryce. So Lawrence is, or we see him more as just Selden through this, but Lawrence Selden is her true love. That's who she keeps coming back to. She believes that he is her soulmate. Mr. Gryce, on the other hand, she sees money and marriage material. And she goes after Mr. Gryce. She wants him. We see her on the train with him, and she wants to get his attention, and things kind of get in the way a little bit there, but he eventually proposes to Evie. So that, of course, is next in the rear end, and Lily has to figure out something else but even though she loves Selden, this is something that's important. He does have money, but he works for it because he is an attorney, so he has to work. So we think, oh, just because he has money, I mean, he has his own place. We see his apartment in chapter 1 at the beginning of the book when Lily goes with him to visit the apartment for tea. But that's not enough for her. Even though she loves him and she wants to be with him because he's working, she wants definitely high society, don't have to work for anything. They just want to go play for the rest of their lives. Okay. Let's keep it on for morality and naturalism. We got one more over here, chapter 4, paragraph 10. Get in the long run. So she's having a conversation with Bertha, and Bertha's going to come back to haunt her. And not like Bertha's dead and is a ghost, but the decisions that she makes to come back at this is that we get this taste that Lily isn't ready to be in the long run of what it takes to be part of the social circle. She won't go back on her morality character because we're focusing on naturalism and character in this to get ahead in life. Because Bertha, we're going to say, she really becomes a nasty person, and Lily refuses to do that. So for our third and final code word here would be Bertha. Okay, let's go ahead and circle that on there so I can make sure you have that third one on your notes. So much fun here. It's not completely everything that I wanted to share with you in class, but it's getting the gist and some good quotes and for your backup for your paper. So you get an understanding, not necessarily just of the story, but the meaning behind the story. I mean, anybody can read a story, and say, okay, yeah, that was a good book, or no, I didn't really like it. But when we get into the idea of what the author is trying to tell us, is there a hidden meaning? Yeah, there's many hidden meanings in this. And in Wharton, like we talked about last week in class, in the first 3 weeks, this book sold 30,000 copies, which is huge. And she was a very intelligent woman. So she's showing us the opposite side of that, possibly in what it would be like to be a woman who doesn't always just think intellectually, who thinks more as society wants them to think, and becoming part of high society, the circle. But the circle is changing at this point. And one more thing for your notes here real quick, just not necessarily a quote here, but stuff that's going on during this time period. Society and the circle are changing because of economic growth. So we have lots of new money coming in. We have more immigrants with money coming into America during this time period. So there's more competition. So the circle has to become feistier in a way, like the teeth are drawn, the teeth come out to keep the undesirables away, or to keep the people they want, the real people, as part of the circle. So they get mean and nasty. They really do. And that's sad. But it's something that Edith Wharton points out. And as somebody who, and she can tell this firsthand because she came from money. And maybe did she see the effects money have on you? I'm sure, because remember we talked about she loved her dad. He was a very good, very loving father, but a very immoral man. So what does that mean? We don't know if that means he had affairs, on his wife, or did he make backroom deals, paying people off in order for his business to succeed. We don't know exactly what that means, but we can start to speculate by reading what's going on. So think of this almost as a way of Edith trying to tell us part of her story through Lily. Okay, guys, I hope that you have a fabulous week. Make sure you've taken those notes because I'm going to be checking them in class. Read the second part, and I will take up next week also the poetry aspect. And if you have any questions about the poetry stuff, if you have not fully completed that yet, just send me a message. I have some notes on that I'm happy to send over as well if you want those notes, okay? You guys have a great week, and I will see you on Tuesday.